everyone, Tim Schofield here, and OPPO just released their latest flagship phone, the Find X8 Ultra, and they sent it over for us to check out. Has all of the latest specs you look for, Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, a crazy camera system, and with that crazy camera system, they somehow made the phone thinner as well. Also, the Find X8 Ultra comes in 3 colors, a matte black and a pure white, which both look really good, but there's also a shell pink version that I have right here. I'm really excited to see it. It looks like a nice subtle pink, so we'll take a look at that. So we're gonna take a quick look what comes in the box and then of course get some hands-on with this latest flagship phone. I'm really excited to check out this camera system as well because they did partner with Hasselblad again this year. So let's get started unboxing the Find X8 Ultra. Here it is, the flagship from OPPO. Peeling off the plastic on the outside. Let's check it out. It says OPPO AI, obviously in partnership with Hasselblad as well. Opening this up for the first time, let's take a quick peek what we get. Inside here, you've got your standard booklets plus an included case. Always nice when you do get an extra. It's just a clear one, and it does have cutouts so that you're not going to lose the color of whatever phone that you get. Taking the phone out, we're gonna set that to the side for just a second, see what else we get. You'll see a SIM ejection tool in the box, a USB Type-C to USB Type-A cable. Finally, you get your charging brick via USB Type-A. It's actually kind of small when you consider it uses the 100-watt Super VOOC charging, so actually crazy fast charging speed. And I know what you came to see, the Find X8 Ultra from OPPO. Taking this paper off, check out that color. This is gorgeous. It has like a slight pink hue depending on how the light hits it. So we'll take a close look at that. Let me peel this sticker on off. I'm gonna turn the phone on, but while it boots up, let's take a closer look at this very premium hardware. Down at the bottom, you've got a SIM card slot, microphones, USB Type-C port 1 of our speakers. Make note, fairly flat sides overall, so more screen real estate to hold on to. And check it out, this is their quick button. It's basically flush with the side. You might have seen this somewhere else. It's more of a haptic button, some nice vibration when you push in on it. We'll talk about that for some camera controls in just a second. Moving along, power button, volume rockers. Make note of the camera bump, but I will say this phone is noticeably thinner than some other flagships out there with a camera module similar to this one. This is 8.78 millimeters thin, which is definitely thinner than the previous X7 Ultra, and like I said, some similar phones that have just come out. So noticing a thinness that you don't see elsewhere. Anyways, up towards the top, an IR blaster. Nice to have that microphones as well. And then moving over, look at this, on the left, a shortcut button. So different buttons, 2 extra buttons than you'd normally get as well with this OPPO phone. And a closer look at that color on the back, just how it reflects and sort of shifts and changes. It looks really nice. And there it is, that camera module tuned by Hasselblad. This is OPPO's next-gen Penta camera system. 4 lenses overall, a 50 megapixel wide-angle lens, a 50 megapixel ultra-wide-angle lens, and then 2 telephoto lenses, both at 50 megapixels as well. One for 3 times zoom optically and one for 6 times zoom optically as well. So really hitting those points of zoom that you're looking for. This small orange dot is a nod to Hasselblad's shutter button, but we'll take some pictures in just a second. All right, I'm gonna run through the startup process and just talk about anything that's noteworthy. They have both fingerprint and face unlock. This fingerprint unlock is actually ultrasonic. Let's get that set up. This is a welcome change from the previous version. It will work better with wet hands. It should just be faster and more accurate overall. Kind of a strong haptic feedback actually every time I set my thumb down. It still does feel nice in the hand, just a little bit stronger than I'm used to. We are all set and ready to go. I'd also like to point out there is a pre-installed screen protector on this phone. I personally recommend keeping it on, however, there we go. A close look at that 6.82-inch display. This is a 1440p resolution, OLED technology. It looks really good. Also LTPO, so it will go from 1 to 120 hertz, making everything look smooth. I can already tell it's enabled out of the box, but let's just double check going into display. A couple things I want to point out. First of all, there's screen resolution. Out of the box, it's set to standard. So if you want to take advantage of that 1440p resolution, you have to actually manually go in and switch it, or you can have auto select. Either way, 1080p will help save battery life. 1440p will look better. I definitely recommend switching over to that just to take advantage of your premium device and premium screen. Anyway, screen refresh rate right here, set to auto select, which I usually like to keep it at. However, you can force 60 hertz or force 120 hertz if you want everything to look really smooth all the time. There's also an app specific refresh rate, which is pretty cool. By default, you can just set specific apps to take advantage of certain refresh rates. This does use Color OS 15 with a lot of new features. Very quickly, let's press that shortcut button and you can completely customize this if you'd like to. Any sort of quick action, so memo, clip, is set. However, you can have sound, vibration, do not disturb, camera, which I wouldn't necessarily do a camera button because there already is one. So there's a lot of different features, and it is just sort of a quick press. You don't necessarily have to hold it, so you'll see it activated it right away. It's analyzing the screen, going through its features. And onto that quick button that's on the side. Like I mentioned, it's sort of a haptic. You have to kind of press in because it is flush. It's not quite a button, so to speak. There it is. Quick button is double press to open the camera quickly, which is great. Single press might accidentally get activated too often. Anyway, sorry. Going through the setup. All good to go. We can snap some quick pictures actually after opening it for the first time just to see the shutter speed of that main lens. You do get that 50 megapixel ultra wide angle lens at 0.6 times zoom, going up to 2x 47 millimeters, 3x 70 millimeters, and 6x. You'll notice it switched lenses because it is a separate lens for that 6x versus the 3x. I do really like that they have both of those focal lengths, and obviously you can actually take pictures with that quick button. So just go ahead and press it on in and you'll notice I'm just snapping pictures, so I don't even have to touch the screen. And not just taking pictures, you can even slide on it and it will zoom in. So you can zoom out all the way, or let's see how far we can zoom all the way in 120 times and snap some pictures. So really cool that you can, you know, kind of use this phone without even needing to touch the screen. Going over to video, I'd like to point out that you do get Dolby Vision HDR on all of these different lenses. You do get up to 4K 120 frames per second. It's not enabled on my phone for some reason. I'll have to figure out why, but it does have 120 frames per second capabilities. And you have that master mode with auto or pro, up to you if you want to really customize your different shot, and portrait, which again will change to all of those different focal lengths, but also if you want to, you can change that depth of field with the f-stop. Going into more, there's a lot of other options like underwater mode, IP69 rating on this phone, by the way, and even long exposure, high res mode if you really want to take full advantage of those megapixels. Back on the home screen, let's test out that ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. Really quick, really accurate. You don't even need the screen to be on. Just check out how fast that is. I really do like the placement of it as well, so really well done. Also, want to point out how thin this is in comparison to the battery, a 6100 milliamp hour battery, so really crazy how big the battery in this phone is. Also, don't forget, you get all of those great OPPO AI features as well in the camera app, and aside from that, so going into AI editor, you can recompose, enhance the clarity. There's AI eraser to remove objects from the picture, unblur, and even remove reflections if you take a picture through a window. I do also want to jump into settings, go into AI. They have their Brino, but also AI Writer, AI search, and just a lot more AI services built into the operating system. Obviously, this doesn't have Google services. This is the Chinese model overall, but still, it is all on top of the Android operating system. There are a lot of customization options within settings, but also a lot of different features like split view, smart sidebar, and gestures and motions. There's screen off gestures that you can do. One that's really nice is the V for flashlight. This has been around for a really long time, so if I just type a V on the lock screen, you'll notice that LED flash on the back will turn on. You can turn it off as well. And even air gestures if you'd like to control your phone just from flicking up with your hand or even muting calls. Some cool, neat features you can do. And a quick look at this clear case, putting it on the back. Nice that you don't lose that pink hue for the phone itself. And again, it's nice that it's included. It's easy to hold on to. There is a cutout for that quick button, so you can still double press it and the camera's going to open up. The other buttons are all covered, but you can still press them very easily. Anyways, that's it for me for now on the Find X8 Ultra. I'm gonna go take some pictures with this phone. Really excited to see what kind of shots we can take. Again, really do love this pink color. It's just really subtle, but has a really, really nice look to it. Again, comes in white and black if you're interested and don't like the pink color. But a lot more to come, so be sure to click that subscribe button. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the Find X8 Ultra. And as always, thanks for watching.